Good morning, everyone. My name is Judy, and I'm bringing you a thought for today. I'm bringing you a thought about a special man who was very good to me and a wonderful father to me, my father, Keith Mai. He died about 2 years ago when he was 99 years and 10 months. He never quite made it to 100. He had his 100th birthday in heaven, and I'm sure God gave him a good birthday for that. He grew up in the Lyall Bay Baptist Church in Wellington, and he had a very good friend called Norman Newton. When they were teenagers, of course, the war came, and Norman, he wanted to be a pilot, so he decided to go over to England and train in the British Air Force to be a pilot, and Dad was a soldier, and he went to guard one of the Pacific Islands. And of course they lost touch with each other, and after a while Dad heard that Norman had been killed in an air raid, and that was very sad for Dad because Norman was his very, very best friend. And Dad always had a desire in his heart that he would love to go to Holland, where Norman had his crash, where his plane crashed, been shot down. And he never did that because he married Mum, and Mum was always a homebody, and she never really wanted to travel overseas. She liked being home, but Dad always had the desire in his heart that he would love to go and see his grave. And after Mum died, about 15 years ago, Dad came to us when he was about 90, and he was full of life then, full of life and a wonderful mind. And he said, "Guess what?" And I said, "What, Dad?" He said, "I'm going overseas." And I said, "You're going overseas?" "Yes, I'm going overseas. I want to visit the war graves in Europe, and I want to go to Holland and visit Norman Newton's grave." Wow, that was really big thing for Dad to do at his age, but he wanted to do it, and he planned it all, and he did it. And he went all tours all around the war graves, and then he went to Holland. And Phil and I actually were overseas at the time, and we got a phone call one night, and it was Dad. And I said, "Where are you, Dad?" He said, "I'm at the Amsterdam railway station trying to find a train to take me up to Helmskirk, which is the name of the place where Norman is buried." But he said, "I can't find anyone who speaks English, and I haven't got any money, the Dutch money to pay for the train fare." So Phil had to talk to him, and he said the best idea will be to find a policeman. So he found a policeman, and the policeman was a wonderful help to him, and he spoke English, and he told Dad where to go to get his ticket and to get some Dutch money. So he got up there, and he went to Helmskirk, which is about an hour north of Amsterdam. They knew he was coming because he'd written and told them he was coming, and he was Norman's best friend. And they met him at the airport, at the train station, and then they took him to the school, and he told the school children a story about Norman being shot down there, because there was only about 5 or 6 graves, and the school children looked after the graves. The graves are kept beautifully, and so Dad told them a story about his friend Norman Newton. And then they took Dad to the graves, and it was a very, very emotional time for Dad to see his friend's grave, Norman's grave there. And Dad put some keepsakes there, and he put a poppy there, and he just spent some time there with the people and that, and they all thought Dad was wonderful. And then they took Dad to the actual spot where the plane crashed. So he saw the actual spot where the plane crashed down. So that was very, very special to him. It was a very special time for him because it was something he had wanted to do all his life. And you know, even now, on the anniversary of my dad's death every year, in that little graveyard in Helmskirk, they light a candle for my dad on the day of his death to remember him. So that's pretty neat, isn't it? That's very, very special. And it reminded me of Psalm 39, verses 3 and 4. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and enjoy safe pasture. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. And that's what the Lord did for Dad. He gave him the desire of his heart to see his best friend's grave there in Helmskirk. So Dad was delighted. This is a photo of my dad when he was 98 years old. He was pretty fit and able, and he was a great man. And I just wanted to share that thought with you today. To trust in the Lord with all your heart, and he will give you the desires of your heart, even when you're 90. So have a good day, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.